Number 2 is Diamond Quest, the much-travelled South African who's spent more time in Dubai recently than he has here. Martin Dwyer rides. Number 3 is Finalmente, winner of the Henry II Stakes. Mick Cannan gets a 2-star rating. Don't forget, our system is 5 stars for an outstanding chance. Getting 4 stars is Geordieland. Shane Kelly in the saddle. Geordieland, winner of the Yorkshire Cup and second in last year's Gold Cup behind Yeats. Number 5 is Le Marac, gets 3 stars, Dominic Berth. This is German trained, but done most of his winning in France. Number 6, Thundering Star, another South African. He's won 4 of his starts over there. And in his most recent run, he was unplaced in the Henry II. Disappointing. Number 7, and he gets the full 5 stars. 5 out of 5 for Yeats. A dual winner of the Gold Cup, winner of 11 of his 18 starts. He's attempting to emulate Segara. Number 8 is Coastal Path. He gets 4 from our panel of experts. Stéphane Pasquier. This horse is unbeaten in 6 starts, but can he get the trip as effectively today? Regal Flush with 3 stars is the first choice of Godolphin. Frankie Dettori rides, and Regal Flush 4th in the Ledger last year, 3rd at York last time. 10 is his stablemate Segara, wears a white distinguishing cap. Kieran McAvoy aboard, and this horse was 3rd in last year's Arc. And finally, a number 11 Allegretto, who gets the 3-star treatment. Ryan Moore in the saddle, and a winner of last year's Henry II.
13-8, but he's 6-4 favourite. The others being Yeats himself last year in 8-13, Cave Tara in 2000, and Westerner in 2005. Coastal Path goes out to 2-1 with Geordieland at 8-1. Regal Flush has been supported in from 16s, 14s, now 12-1. Finalmente also supported from 33 to 25-1. And I've seen some good support for Le Miracle into 28-1, and from Diamond Quest, who's popular at 40-1. But Yeats is the 6-4 favourite.
Best set, off and running in the Gold Cup, and one of the first away in the centre, Le Marac, and also out there is Segara with the white cap, just drops in behind Le Marac in the early stages. Also Finalmente over on the far side, and then on the near side in the early stages, Coastal Path with that pink cap. Further back in the field then is Geordieland, who has the red cap tucked away on the inside, and they're followed then by Thundering Star as they head up the home straight on the first occasion in this 2.5-mile Gold Cup. And last is Allegretto. Going through the first couple of furlongs. Going on here as Le Marac goes on to lead by 1.5 lengths to Finalmente, who sits in behind in second, then Coastal Path in third. They're followed in fourth then by Diamond Quest, and Yeats has taken up 5th position on the outside in that dark blue jacket, and Johnny Murtagh proudly wearing the gold armband that signifies that he's the leading jockey at this meeting. Further back in the field, Thundering Star on the outside. They're followed then by the red cap of Geordieland, and further back the white cap of Segara. Back towards the rear in second last position is Regal Flush, and still Allegretto as last as they come up to the judge now, and they've got a complete circuit ahead of them. The roars from the crowd as they've got just on 1.75 miles to go, and out in front Le Marac by 1.5 lengths to the pink cap on the outside of Coastal Path. Stéphane Pasquier going to get a very handy position in the early stages. Back in third is Finalmente, the Henry II winner, under a brilliant ride from Frankie Dettori last start. But this time it's Mick Cannan in the saddle. Further back in the field then, on the inside is Yeats, will now taken to the outside, moving up into fourth as they run down now past the 1.5 mile gate. In behind them is Diamond Quest, who's inclined to fight for his head a little bit. Back in the field too at this stage, Geordieland is nicely settled. So too back there is Segara in company with Regal Flush, and out the back is Allegretto, all the time running downhill now past the 1.25 miles in the Gold Cup. And it's Le Marac with a noseband, leads by 1.5 lengths to up on the outside Coastal Path, that pink cap and sitting poised. In third then is Finalmente, tucked away. Yeats is just behind and tracking Coastal Path as they run down past the mile. Diamond Quest is not fully settled at all. They're followed by Thundering Star, who's back in the field. And then on the outside next is Segara, followed by Geordieland. Back towards the rear is Regal Flush, and still last is Allegretto. racing into Swinley Bottom now. They've got 6.5 furlongs to go in the Gold Cup, and still out in front here, Le Murtagh by 2 lengths. No cards played yet, but then you wouldn't expect them to be this far from home. In second place is Coastal Path, then Finalmente, who's very handy and has been from the outset. Up there on the outside is Thundering, Diamond Quest, just easing out, and just preceded by Yeats, who's taking closer order now, as all the time they're running uphill. Le Murtagh is the leader. From in second, Coastal Path. Here goes Yeats up on his outside now, and Johnny Murtagh is going to play jockeys. It's Johnny Murtagh up on the outside of Stefan Pasquier, applying the pressure now. Half a mile from home now as Yeats moves up on the outside. Geordieland is now joining it as well and is tracking them. They're coming towards the home turn in the Gold Cup, and on the inside it's the Frenchman, Coastal Path, being tackled now by the Irish-trained Yeats. A length and a half then to Geordieland in third, a long gap in the field to Diamond Quest. They swing the corner now, and it's Coastal Path on the outside who's the first to sprint for home. He's a half length in front of the classy Yeats. Out wide, and then is Geordieland who's joining it as well. Inside the 2-3 across the track, Coastal Path, Yeats, Geordieland. They settle down to fight it out. A great three-way battle. It's Yeats in the centre who gets his head in front. Geordieland trying to go with him. The Frenchman's dropped away inside the final furlong. It's Yeats responding all the time. Yeats is coming away. Yeats is going to go on and win the third Gold Cup. He goes into the annals of history. Yeats, a triple Gold Cup winner. In second is Geordieland. Coastal Path third. A gap then to back in the field, Sagara. Also there, Allegretto out wide. Then Regal Flush. Also there is Thundering Star, and back towards the rear, Diamond Quest, Le Murtagh, and the last is Finalmente. But what a gallant second and a great ride. In third then is Coastal Path. In fourth, Allegretto. In the centre, Sagara. And then on the inside, Regal Flush. And they were followed then by Thundering Star.
That was 77 when it completed a hat-trick. There'll be people talking about, I was there in 2008 when Yeats did it, and 5 lengths the winning margin as well. Returning 11-8 favourite. The best price I saw on the track was 13-8. Geordieland very popular each way. 15-2 in second, and Coastal Path third at 2-1.